Hey, what's going on, Flawless fam? Will here, Flawless Exotic Creations, coming to you guys with another video. This video is going to be a little different, and like I said, disclaimer: we're not trying to reinvent the wheel over here. We just want to be transparent and as helpful as possible. We want to put out a lot of our experiences of what we're going through in this process of this business building. In something as niche as the ball python hobby, as big as it really is, there's still so many ways you really can do it. We try to pride ourselves on being creative. At the same time, we want to make sure that we put out the message that anybody can start in this at any time. So hopefully to alleviate a lot of those feelings of being overwhelmed with so many choices and decisions, whether you're being indecisive or you're lacking some creativity and just not knowing quite where to start. So this video right here, again, there's a million different ways to build you a ball python business. There's a million different ways to be successful in doing it. We're just putting out there a few gems to point you in the right direction. This conversation is pretty much stemming from an IG conversation that I had with, I don't know if he wants me to throw his name out there, but a guy on IG that we talk pretty frequently. And he was concerned because he wanted to know, obviously everybody wants the best bang for their buck getting into the game. And again, another disclaimer, we understand that everybody is going to work different programs. So we're not trying to say this is the only way to do it. Some people don't like working recessives at all, and that's fine too. That's the great thing about having your own hobby, being an enthusiast, or having your own business. You can do whatever you want. You can kind of write your own story. But they were interested in recessive projects, not too deep in the expensive area, but wanting to still be creative and being able to not only create phenomenal animals, but more so holdbacks that will push them forward. And they were wanting to know where to start. As far as males, as far as females. And again, you can kind of mix and match and pull a lot of things out of the story I'm gonna put out here and see if you can get it to apply for yourself. If you're in these beginning stages, like we've been through and we still currently go through now. So they want to know, hey, there's a lot of cool deals out there. What would they want to go for? Let's say, for instance, for a clown. Is it beneficial for them? And again, money out in the front side of things versus money out later, and I'll explain. Is it cool to get a cool combo het male or a cool combo visual male? Plus being able to do the same thing with your females. And the advice, again, in the perfect world, money isn't an option. You're gonna get visual everything, and I understand that the dynamics for everybody isn't like that. It isn't like that for us either. But in this situation, we told them, hey, typically you should, even if you're gonna do a 1.3, you're gonna start a really slow, really small, and in hopes of being able to add things later. You're going to want to go visual on your male side, and you're going to want to go visual on your female side if you can, but 9 times out of 10, because I mean, gene for gene, typically a female is going to be more. There's going to be very unique situations where gene for gene, your male is more so newer combos, more gene pack combos that haven't been hit, new genes, things like that. Your males will be more. Everything else, your females are going to be more. So we advise them, saying, hey, go 1.3, 1.2 or 1.3. You're going to start off with a visual combo on your male side, and you're going to get 100% het on your female side. If you're really in a pinch, you can also say, hey, if you're, and again, I'm throwing random numbers out there, plug and play, make it fit your situation. But if you have a cool combo female that's out there and she's $2,000 and she's like a het clown with crazy combos in it, and she's $2,000, does it make sense? If space is not a problem, does it make sense to pay all that money for that female getting started? Or does it make sense to maybe get, you know, maybe 1 or 2 genes less, depending on the genes, and grab up 2 Poshet clown females? You know, especially if those Poshet clown females may be $300 a piece. So the reason I bring up those odds is because, again, everything depends on that male. If it was us in that situation, we're going to go ahead and grab those 2 Poshet females. They're already going to have the genes in them, because guess what? When you breed those females, when you get them up to size and you breed those females, so long as you have the visual on the male side, you can prove out those females to be het, or every offspring that they produce for you will be het because of your male. So you can play that game. You don't have to always, you know, jump in the deep end of the pool and buy that high dollar female right out the gate. I'm not saying that eventually you won't need it. I'm just saying getting started, you don't necessarily need it. And it gets deeper than that, guys. So let's say something that's not too expensive. I was just checking a little earlier. You can go out and, again, we're talking baby prices, but you can go out and get a blackhead het clown male for 75 bucks. Okay, you can get a blackhead het clown male for $75. All right. Now you breed that blackhead het clown male, let's say to 2 or 3 het clown combo females. All right. This is why I say it pays to spend your money on your male. You got guaranteed het to guaranteed het, so that's cool. Let's say out of them 3 females, let's say you get 6 eggs each, you get 18 eggs. let's say you get 6 visual clowns, okay, out of 18 babies. Okay, cool. You hold back what you're gonna hold back, everything, that's fine. But now you're stuck with 12 66% het clowns, males, females, this, that, and the third. Now, I mean, it's only fair that you know, hit up Gray Rider Reptiles. You know, we got to plug them, but Gray Rider Reptiles, and you let them know, hey, I got 12 sheds I need to send your way. You send your 12 sheds that way. Right now, roughly around 50 bucks. It's more if you go with the other company, but 50 bucks a shed, you know, to test these 12 babies out. You're 600 bucks in sheds, because you want to see, you know, you don't want to sell them all as POS hats. You can, that's an option. But the best bang for your buck is to figure out whether they're het or not, because you may have another female that you produce that you might want to keep if she's het clown. You already got your 6, you know, visuals that you held back or sold or whatever you're going to end up doing. But the reason I bring that up is because you paid $75 for your male, and now on the back end, regardless of what you paid for those females, because we're going to come back to that in just a second, the babies, you got 6 visual clowns and you have 12 that are 66% het. That's going to cost you 600 bucks to test them and figure out whether they're het clown or not. That's why I say you paid less money on the front side, but on the back end, you're going to end up paying a little bit more, that 600 bucks, to get those sheds tested. Now, again, I don't want to drag the story on too long. I just want to kind of drop a gem in there for the beginners, because I know the vets, they already know all this stuff. Again, we're not trying to reinvent the wheel. We just want to put this information out there. Now, you go back to the beginning when you got that het clown male, that blackhead het clown male. You could say, hey, I'm going to go out and say, screw it. I'm going to go for a blackhead visual clown male. Instead of spending $75, I'm going to spend $600 or less for a blackhead visual clown male. Okay, the scenario changes completely now, because now you go from the visual on your male side and going to all these females, these 3 females, the same females. So the same money you spent on acquiring those females is the same money you're going to spend regardless. But the key input feature here that changes everything is your male. So you breed that male to to those females. Yes, they're het females, but there's a difference, okay? Let's say you have horrible odds, okay, and you still have those same 18 babies from those 3 females. Let's say you still only get 6 visual clowns. Still only 6 visual clowns, which you would probably get more visuals because you're starting off with a visual on your male side. But I still want to play bad odds for you. So you got 6 visual clowns and you got 12 non-clowns. But guess what? Since you spent that money, an extra bit of money on the front side of things, now you're sitting with 12 non-clowns, but your 12 non-clowns are all 100% het. You don't have to send away and hit Gray Rider up yet. But again, because you put the money out on the front side. So now every single one of those are going to be 100% het for clown. You got to be able to do the math. You got to put pen to paper. And what I mean by pen to paper, we sit down at the table. We sit there in the kitchen watching TV, cooking meals, and we sit there and drill. I know I do. On different scenarios, the different possibilities, the different availability of animals that's out there for the choosing, and see what fits our planning best. Don't go out there and just buy what you think you can afford because it's sitting there and it's available. Make sure you pick through a few things. We as humans, it's human nature that, you know, we kind of maneuver things around to make sure we get what we want. And that being said, it's just, I think it's a natural human behavior. But make sure it fits into your plan perfectly, because you can end up costing yourself more in the long run, not putting money out up front and thinking that you're saving money, but really you're costing yourself money. Because same thing in scenario 1, if you choose not to send those sheds in, you still are either going to hold them back and prove them out yourself, or you're going to sell them as 66% hets. You're not going to get the best bang for your buck. You're not going to get your return on your investment. You're not going to get the value, because you're going to sell 100% hets. Some of those 66% hets are going to prove out, and some are not. So you may hold one back and grow it out for 3, 4, 5 years just to find out that it's not, because you wanted to save yourself the shed testing costs. And again, shedtesting.com, hit up Charlie, Gray Rider Reptiles. I guess post down in the comments your experience, whether you agree or disagree. Again, these videos are to bring everybody together. We don't want to exclude anyone. We don't want to put a tone out there coming from us that this is the only way to do things. It's not. You can do it a million different ways. We just want to put it out there for the people that are getting started, kind of getting their feet wet, which direction to go in. If you're a little bit confused, hit the subscribe button if you're liking this type of content. We love you guys. It's Will, Flawless Exotic Creations, and we are out.